It's funny, isn't it, how the mind loves to create meaning, almost like a story that writes itself in an instant. Before you even realise the pen is moving across the page. And every story feels so true in the moment. Each emotion so vivid, so convincing. As though the mind were saying, here, this is reality, believe this. And yet, if you pause for a second, just long enough to wonder, what if this isn't the only story? Something remarkable happens. It's almost as if a window opens, a crack of light in the darkness of an old belief. And through that crack, something new can emerge. A new way of seeing, a new way of listening, a new way of being. Because the truth is, what you feel is only a reflection of what you're focusing on. What you choose to notice in any given moment becomes your world. Isn't it fascinating how, simply by shifting your focus, the entire experience can change? Think about it. When you watch a play on a stage, you can focus on the lead actor, and everything else fades into the background. But if you shift your attention just slightly, you'll notice the supporting characters, the set, the lights, the shadows, the music. Suddenly the story takes on a whole new meaning. And life is exactly like that. A stage with infinite scenes, infinite possibilities, and infinite interpretations. What you thought was a fixed reality was never fixed at all. Because the way you've been interpreting the world has been shaped by everything you've ever experienced. Every word spoken to you, every belief handed down, every reaction learned and reinforced over time. Your mind has built patterns, shortcuts and filters to make sense of it all. And while those filters have served you in the past, some of them no longer serve you now. But here's the secret. You can change the filter anytime you choose. It's like standing at a crossroads, realizing every feeling you ever had is just a signpost, pointing you to the story that your mind is telling you. Once you see the signpost for what it is, you can take a different road, one that leads to clarity, one that leads to freedom, one that leads to new possibilities you hadn't noticed before. Now take a moment and imagine something simple. Imagine you're holding onto an old pair of glasses. The lenses are smudged, scratched, clouded by time. When you put them on, everything looks blurry, distorted, confusing. But then you take them off. You set them down, and in that instant, the world becomes clearer, sharper, more vibrant. That's what happens when you shift your perception. You take off the old lenses. You let go of the filters that no longer fit. And suddenly, what once seemed like a challenge becomes an opportunity. What once felt like a problem becomes a lesson. What once triggered you becomes a whisper saying, hey, there's another way to see this. And the more you listen to that whisper, the louder it becomes. Until it's not just a whisper anymore, but a powerful, guiding voice within you. A voice that says, pause, look again. What else might be true? As you begin to do this more and more, it becomes easier, more natural, almost automatic. Like the way you learned to tie your shoes or to ride a bike. At first, it might have taken effort, but now it's second nature. You pause, you reflect, you choose. And as you choose new meanings, new beliefs begin to grow. Beliefs that support you, beliefs that empower you. Beliefs that remind you how capable, how adaptable, how limitless you truly are. Because deep down, you already know how to change, don't you? You've done it before, over and over, again and again. Every experience you ever had, it shaped you, taught you, prepared you for this exact moment. And now, as you let those old ideas gently fade into the background, something else begins to rise in their place. Something lighter, something freer. Something that opens doors that were once only walls. It's a feeling, an inner knowing, that you can look at any situation and say, this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. Every challenge is a teacher. Every feeling is just information, waiting to be translated into wisdom. And once you begin to see the world in this way, you can never go back, because you've stepped into a new reality. A reality where you're no longer the passenger. You're the driver. You're the creator, the director, the storyteller. And each time you pause, each time you breathe and choose a new meaning, you rewrite your story with more freedom, more power, more joy. And maybe, just maybe, you'll start to wonder, if I can do this, what else can I change?